Nagulat.
Ano naman yan? Higan yun. Thank you.
No, dito na lang talaga tayo. Yan, dito na lang tayo. Ang kailangan talaga pala. Oo. Angatin ang dahil marami.
In the meantime, let's hear some local remarks from some special people, starting off with the Vice President of the Miss World Philippines organization. Let's all welcome Mr. Ryan Calmante.
Yay!
Good afternoon, everyone.
Right.
Thank you for coming to the Victory Homecoming press conference of our Miss Eco International 2021-2022 Paton. It was like 3 weeks ago, we were Miss Eco Philippines. Now we are Miss Eco International. Congratulations. I hope you guys enjoyed the sumptuous buffet, prepared courtesy of our most gracious host, Okada Manila. Kathleen, thank you so much for showing the world the true essence of an exceptionally empowered Filipina. Lastly, I would like to thank Okada Manila, especially Ms. Shelo Ortega Reboredo for having us today. Thank you, Mom. And again, congratulations, Kathleen. Mabuhay ka.
Thank you, Ryan. And now, a man who needs no further introduction. The National Director of the Miss World Philippines organization, Mr. Arnold Vigafrio.
Good afternoon to everyone, to all our friends in media, and of course as our guests. And I just want to welcome everyone for today's special event. And before anything else, I would like to congratulate, of course, our second Miss Eco International, Kathleen. I'm so proud that, you know,
Search mo doon sa YouTube mismo.
we've been, so 2020 and 2021 is a very tough for the pageant business, but this one is going to be a big surprise for us, and I'm happy that all my girls, all my candidates, they have a position. And finally, we got the crown for the second time in Miss Eco International. So, congratulations, Kathleen, you made it, and I told you from the very beginning that you're gonna bring home the crown, right? And I'm so proud of you, and I would like to thank all your supporters, and of course the media. Media plays a very important role because they're the one who always help us in supporting not only the Philippines but all over the world. And I would like to thank also the people behind you, your lab team, your organization, of course, with the support of the Miss World Philippines organization. And I would like to thank also Dr. Amal, and the owner of the Miss Eco International, and of course the Miss Eco International organization. And of course, I would like to thank the most especially the official venue, the official events place of the Miss World Philippines organization, Okada Manila. Let's give them a warm applause, especially to my good friend, Shelo Ortega Reboredo.
Reboredo.
Of course, the Vice President of Sales and Marketing of Kada Manila, and of course to Andreas Alia, the Vice President for Food and Beverage, and of course to Ivailo Ivanov, the Senior Vice President of Hotel Operation. You guys, you like the food?
Yeah.
So thank you, Shelo, for that wonderful buffet and sarap ng pagkain. And of course, I would like to reiterate also that let us support Kathleen Paton's advocacy, which is the number one advocacy of Kathleen is the mental health awareness. That is really important nowadays when it comes to for ecotourism is the water conservation. Well, for the plans for the Miss World this year, of course, we have a very big plans. We plans for preparing for this year's Miss World Philippines organization, and the screening will start this coming April next month, and of course, the final will be on June 5. The coronation will be at the Mall of Asia Arena, but all the activities will be here in Okada, Manila. So I would like to thank Okada for your kind support, and expect a very more extravagant, more fabulous events for this coming activities of Miss World Philippines organization. And I would like also to acknowledge, to congratulate also Tracy Perez, our Miss World Philippines candidate for Miss World, for placing one of the finalists. Tracy did a very good job also. And also I would like to greet her a happy birthday. Today is Tracy's birthday, so let's greet her a happy birthday. So that's it. Let's enjoy the day, and congratulations to our second Miss Eco International, Kathleen Paton. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Arnold. As Sir Arnold said, and I'd like to reiterate to our media guests, please treat this place as your second home, because this will be the venue for most of the Miss World Philippines organization's activities, starting and Mr. World, starting next month. So now, without further ado, we'd like to call in the Vice President for Sales and Marketing, Hospitality and Entertainment of Okada, Manila, Miss Shelo Reboredo.
Good afternoon, everyone. ALB team, headed by, of course, the one and only Arnold Villafria, and all the members and our friends from media. Thank you for coming today. I hope that you enjoyed the sumptuous lunch that we prepared for you.
Very.
Thank you very much. Nice to hear. I will tell that to our culinary team. So today, we witness another milestone as we welcome our very own Kathleen Paton, our new Miss Eco International 2022. Thank you for making the Filipino people proud. It is always a joy to see a Filipino beauty make an impression in the international pageantry, and it is even more joyful when she takes home the crown. On behalf of Okada Manila Management, congratulations, Kathleen. We are so proud of you. We look forward to have your presence in select Okada Manila initiatives pertaining to our environmental initiatives. I hope that you will use Miss Eco International as a great platform to further our country's environmental causes. Thank you to Arnold, and I look forward to working closely with you and Kathleen in championing our organization's environmental goals and make a positive impact in our surrounding community. Again, enjoy the rest of the afternoon. Maraming salamat po. Congratulations again, Kathleen.
Thank you so much, Ms. Shella. And now, again, the Lady of the Hour, Miss Eco International 2022, Kathleen Paton.
Magandang hapon sa ating lahat. I'm Kathleen Paton, your Miss Eco International 2022. Thank you so much for being here today. I know it's a long day, but I'm sure Okada is giving you all wonderful meals today, and I'm honestly very grateful to have this opportunity to see you all once again. It's been 3 weeks or so since I left, and before I was only Miss Eco Philippines, but now I'm honestly still lost for words as to bagging the Miss Eco International 2022. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Gareth. As part of this celebration, we would like to call back on stage Sir Arnold for the congratulatory toast and Miss Shella. And our representatives from Okada.
Hi, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks for tuning in. We're here live at Kathleen Presscon after arriving back in town.
Ay! Go ka. Nagkaroon ng price alert.
So again, on behalf of Okada Manila Management, we would like to congratulate our very own Kathleen Paton, our Miss Eco International 2022. Cheers! Mabuhay ang Pilipinas! Salamat!
Thank you, everyone. This should be a very auspicious start for this year's pageant season. And now, we go to our much-awaited segment. I'm sure all of you are curious to find out what happened in Kath's journey. So we now officially open our question and answer segment. Our media guests, please feel free to approach our mic.
Noli Berloso.
And state your name and spelling.
Tinapos na namin kahapon.
We need to travel to the
Kayo
party
naman daw.
first.
Ito, Norman, punta ka na doon.
Norman, you like to join?
The mics are so far. Noli, that's the mic. Tapos na kami kagabi.
Pero daw dito.
Ikaw naman daw ngayon.
Hi, Roy Clarito, Liza, Ang Shai, hi Eden.
Sound on mic 2.
Hello, David.
Ay, I thought...
Mike.
We're here.
First question, at what part of the competition did you actually get that feeling that this entire thing. No, what is aside? What is aside? There was something that part of the competition could be taken in 11, 12. When you felt like, I think they like me here, there's a good chance I might win. Can you share with us your honest opinion or honest take on that question? Yeah, you have a t-shirt.
Hello.
Yeah.
Good morning. Thank you for that question. In all honesty, from the very beginning, I had like a lot of expectations from Filipinos, so I really ensured that everything I did it with 110% effort. And as soon as I got into Egypt, not even before I left the organization, I made sure that my behavior and attitude in life is at par as to what I believe is a beauty queen. And it was a lot of pressure in all honesty because, of course, being a Filipino representative, it's not an easy thing to do. And to be able to say, I actually have a chance. Towards the end, I felt it at some point, but at the same time, I didn't want to think that way just because I didn't want to have high expectations, and towards the end, or at the end, it wasn't the same as what I was thinking. So, whenever I felt like there was something where I thought, oh, okay, I have a chance, I took it out of my mind, and I threw it away because, as I said, I don't want that kind of feeling in the end where I lose, for example, and I don't get the crown, I end up having a negative feeling.
Second question before I hand this mic to another person. Since you said it yourself, attitude is something that you keep premium on during your stay in Egypt. So, how important is attitude really? Coming from the point of view of a candidate and sensing it sa mga organizers, like, how do you think, how do the organizers look at your attitude all throughout the competition?
Well, you're being observed from the very beginning, and I live through the values of honesty, and I know that if I just be honest with myself and I portray who I really am, then I'm not losing anything, and if they don't like that, that's okay. But for me, it was my kindness and my approachableness to people, and I think honesty that really showcased, and people appreciated that about me. Like other women in the competition even said, you're such an approachable person. Like you're always smiling, and it's true. That's who I am, I believe. And to be a queen, I believe you have to be genuine to everybody, and especially to yourself, in order to continue. If you become the number one queen, then you have to become that person all throughout of your life, especially in your reign. And I think that's what the organization wants, an authentic person.
That's why we love you. Congratulations, Kathleen.
Thank you so much, Paul. Thank you.
Good Norman.
Hi Mars, good afternoon.
Hi, Mars. Yes.
Again, congratulations for winning our second Miss Eco International. But my question, Mars, is you've been representing Philippines twice. What is the difference from your previous competition, international, to this competition, Miss Eco International?
So I know pageant enthusiasts know that I've represented the Philippines twice now, but I think many people also don't realize that, and it's kind of nice to know that other people are finding out this information. So I did Miss Teen International in 2017. I represented the Philippines also. And now Miss Eco International. But the main difference, obviously, is when I did Miss Teen, I was brand new to the pageant scene. I had no idea how big pageantry really is. Although I represented the Philippines, I was still like a little girl at that time. And I guess at that point in time, it was more of an experience for me to be able to just get out of my box and find that confidence that I know I have within me. I just needed to get it out. And so the main difference now when I go into Miss Eco is I really know who I am, and I know my strengths and my capabilities, and my whole pageant journey and experience brought that out within me. And bring home the second Miss Eco International crown, and I really give thanks to a lot of my past experiences, especially my Miss Team experience.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Mars. And second question is, I know that yung activities is just in parang 2 weeks.
Yes.
Would it be okay if you could share to us one of your fondest or memorable experience with Miss Eco organization?
Yes, actually, they're all really memorable for me because I've never been to Egypt before, and experiencing every single thing, especially as a tourist and as a candidate, it was amazing to see that. And their main advocacy really is tourism or ecotourism. But my favorite moment would have to be the Galabea party. And we went onto the boat first in all of our traditional Galabea outfits and clothes, and there were Egyptian music or Arabic music on the boat, and we were all just dancing, you know, the typical. And so that was really memorable for me because I saw the organizers, the owner, and the coordinators all just being themselves, and of course the queens, other queens as well. And I will never forget that. Yeah, and of course eating all the Egyptian food was amazing.
Thank you so much, Mars, and congratulations.
Thank you, Paul.
Thanks, friends. We'd like to tell our friends that the other mic is actually working. The mic at the right end of the stage.
Hi, Kathleen. Tristan Francisco from the Philippine Pageantry. And finally, we met personally. And we've been following your journey since Miss Teen International. I remember posting your national costume there. Then we started supporting you since then. And then congratulations first. Okay. I have other questions, but I saw during the live now that most of the people watching are asking about where's the crown? Why didn't you bring it and show it and bring it here on Philippine shores?
Siyempre, I want to bring home the crown. That's a dream of mine. Pero the organization, of course, it doesn't fit my head. And I think they're trying to reshape or resize it na lang muna. So they went back to the Netherlands to, I think, create me a new one. So unfortunately, I'm so sorry. I wasn't able to bring it home. But I guess that's another reason for us to look forward to, you know, in May for us to bring it home. So I'll be able to go to Egypt once again and retrieve it.
Yes, finally you'll be seeing it on Philippine shores again. And how does it feel bringing the crown, I mean the title back to the Philippines after 4 years? Yes.
It's an honor, and it's also a responsibility. That's why I always tell the other queens in the pageant that pageantry for me is really a responsibility because I don't see it as a dream that I would just get the crown. I see it almost as a career and a purpose for me because I love to help people, and I know that with this crown, it's an even bigger platform for me to reach a wider community in being able to voice my advocacies, which is both mental health awareness, education, of course, with my CNAC Foundation library in Aklan, and also the water conservation, or more specifically the water pollution awareness in the Philippines.
And we had you as guest for our pageantry norm show in the Philippine pageantry during Valentine's, before Valentine's, I remember. And how did your boyfriend, or what role did your boyfriend play in your journey towards the Miss Eco International crown? Was he more of an inspiration, an aid, or a distraction? And how, yeah, syempre naman, di ba? The boyfriend, guwapo eh, so.
Well, thank you. I'm sure he would love that comment.
Yeah.
He is all, actually, because as we all know or have experienced, relationships are really hard, and it's not an easy thing to do, but the main thing for it is he is my support system. He is always there for me no matter the distance. So as we all know, we've all been in a long distance relationship for a really long time, and no matter how far he is always there to lend me a voice or a shoulder to cry on despite not being physically there. So he is that person for me, just as much as my family, actually. And he is also, in a sense, a sort of inspiration, because ultimately the things that I do gears me towards my future or the securement of my career or family. And I'm a person of loyalty, so I would hope that we continue on and build that career together.
Oh, my last question will be this. You have mentioned about your favorite part in the pageant and the best part that of your journey, etc., etc. But as a beauty queen, as a woman, you had your weakest part during the pageant. Which part is that, and why? And how did you overcome it?
Yes, I think it was definitely the part where the pressure was on me. I'm going to be very honest here because one of my advocacies is mental health awareness, and I want to state the fact that we are never perfect.
Yes, exactly.
And you know, some things can get in the way, which is for me at that time was really the words of other people online.
Okay.
And I can't, of course, as much as I try to not look at it, somehow they get into my DMs or I see it somehow. And it did get in the way. It pressured me a lot. All the negativity, all the unkind words that people said to me or about me. And the way I was able to overcome it is just I reminded myself that the words of other people, they're just opinions. They don't know who I am.
Yeah.
And I know myself and I know I'm strong and I can get through any of the problems that I'm facing. And I know that I'm representing the Philippines to the best of my ability. And no matter the words of other people, what they are, how unkind they are, it shouldn't affect me. So I look past through it. I just stopped listening.
Again, congratulations from TVB.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Nikki.
you.
Thank you, Kristen.
Thanks, Chris. Jay?
Hi, Kathleen. Good afternoon. Congratulations again from Pageant Trend. So this is Jay.
Yes, hi, Jay.
I have two questions for you. First is, can you describe your journey as a Miss Eco International Philippines, or your journey?
Okay. My journey, it was a very eventful, both in the positive and negative ways. I'm going to be very honest with that because, yeah, it was very tough, but at the same time, it was very fun because I was able to learn about all the different things that the Philippines is going through, specifically in the disasters point of view, the natural disasters. So being able to travel all around the Philippines, and there are people willing to help me out and educating me in that, I think that was the most memorable part for the Miss Eco Philippines adventure for me. And so with this knowledge that I have, I want to be able to share that knowledge to other people, especially here in Manila, who don't get to experience so much, negativity in terms of the environment.
Another follow-up question for you. What was running on your mind during the announcement of winner?
Yeah, so of course at that moment, even before that moment actually, I was just lost for words. I just kept looking at my queens and I was like, oh my gosh, trying to not look at all sort of like shocked. I was like, but what was running in that moment was, I was just reminding myself that no matter what the result will be, this moment I'm proud of myself.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Congratulations from Paton Trend.
Thank you, Paul.
Hi, Kathleen.
Hi.
For the end time. Kagabi na yun.
I know I say that.
Okay, as the new Eco Queen, how will you going to work on your duties and obligations? I mean, the mission and vision of the Miss Eco International, not only here in the Philippines, but to the rest of the world.
Yeah, so of course the organization, they choose someone who is able to fulfill their goals and their mission as an organization, and the organization see me as that, and they told me I deserved it. And I want to live up to their expectations. And as I said earlier, being a queen is a responsibility for me. And I will use everything in my power to be able to use this platform to the best of my ability to advocate for all the things that I advocate for and make sure to voice out the problems that we have in the Philippines and make change, positive changes. I really hope that I can go all around the Philippines and be able to do exactly this.
Last question. Now that you're finally here in the Philippines, ano yung communism mo about leadership?
I think a lot of things with the people and how they are, they're very straightforward, but also very kind people. They help out in whatever ways they can. I of course love and I will miss it, the scenery, but I'm not gonna miss the cold weather. Parang dito lang it's so cold in here. Pero it's in Egypt at night, it's super cold. Minsan I'll miss it at night. I just want to be under the blanket. Ay, wala silang mask. Yes, they don't wear masks. Kahit sa airport lang, they don't wear masks. Kaya, medyo na-miss ko rin yan. Even now. Even now, I was wearing a mask.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hi, Kat. Congratulations from the ground Philippines. It's Christian.
Hi, Christian. Hi.
So, Kat, can you share with us your inner thoughts when the former queen was putting the crown on your head? If you can remember.
No, I can remember. It's just that there was really a lot of things running into my mind, but also at the same time, nothing. Because I was so emotional to the point where I didn't know what I was thinking anymore. But I also remember that I put a lot of work into this journey of mine. There was a lot of tears because of how proud I was, and I am. Kaya I think at that moment, every single time I look at the video, I'm always like, because I was just really, really proud. Never in my wildest dream did I even think that I would get that, because every single woman on that stage were so empowered. They were so strong, so kind and genuine, and they all are working for one thing, which is, you know, saving our environment. And to be the number one on that night, it's a very special moment for me that I will cherish forever.
And having the crown in there as well, when you get that, what's your biggest takeaway from the competition?
Sorry, I didn't hear.
What's your biggest takeaway from the competition?
My biggest takeaway would obviously be the lessons that I learned. There was parts of me where I didn't even know that I needed to know. There was a lot of discipline involved in being in the competition because of every single day there were activities and like just activities that you didn't know would happen. So you had to always be on time, punctuality, your organization, your discipline, it all comes into play, and I believe that it makes me an even greater person now, an even wiser person, and also the lessons I learned from the other queens, the other women there, all their cultures, it all adds up to being who I am, which only makes me even greater as a person.
Thank you. Congratulations again from the crown.
Thank you, Paul.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
This is Peter from Critical Water Philippines. What eco problems that are similar in Egypt and is in the Philippines?
I think it could be the agriculture. From what I've noticed there, it's a very dry place, but at the same time, you know, the Philippines is like rich in resources and water. But one of the biggest problems in Egypt, well, I actually don't know, to be honest, because I only spent a little bit of time there, but they lack quite a lot of trees and greenery. The Philippines is full of that, but yeah, or it could be the water problem, in all honesty, because it's so dry there. In the Philippines, we have a lot of water, but it's the diseases that is a problem here in the Philippines for me. That's why I advocate for water pollution awareness. I think 1 in 5 or 1 in 6 diseases here in the Philippines is waterborne. So I think I just want to create that awareness, and then hopefully when I go back in May in Egypt, I get to learn more about the environmental issues in Egypt. Thank you.
Hi, Kathleen.
Hi, Adam.
Hey, I just want to ask, going back to your journey, kasi one of the most memorable turns that you had during the pageant was your resort wear competition, where the wind was getting in the way of your pasarela. Were there any challenging moments? Were there other challenging moments? Can you share more of it? How you were able to overcome it? And can you share other challenging moments where you had, where you felt that you had to struggle a little bit in performing or showcasing yourself during?
Okay, do you guys remember yung yellow gown ko?
Yes.
Actually, galing ko siya sa Paris. So, there was almost a moment in time where I wasn't able to wear it. And we had to find a way for us to get that gown from DHL, specifically in Egypt, because they don't deliver it anymore on that day until Saturday. And on that day was Thursday, and I would be leaving the next day, which is Friday. But yeah, we really had to find a way for me to get that. And I had asked for help from the organization for them to retrieve it, and luckily they did. They did everything in their power to be able to get that, only for me to be able to perform that yellow gown. So technically, I didn't have any training in that yellow gown. So it was challenging all around, even on the night. So I had to improvise how I would be able to perform elaborately, but also execute it naturally. And I think I was able to.
Alright. Thank you, Kathleen.
Thank you.
Congratulations once again.
Thank you, Paul.
Hello, Kathleen. Congratulations.
Thank you, Paul.
Can you give us your schedule for the next year? Like, will you be traveling, and where will you be based? And can I ask you, like, are you inclined to follow the footsteps of our beauty queens to like enter showbiz, become a model, and things like that? Can you tell us about your plans? Thank you.
Okay, so within the next 2 months, I will obviously go back to Egypt, but at the same time, come back here in the Philippines and pass on my crown to the next Miss Eco Philippines 2022. But in regards to my career, I would love to be able to enter showbiz and do modeling work, even hosting, if that's possible for me. And of course, with the help of Sir ALV. But at the same time, I really want to focus more on my advocacy. So I want to be able to travel all around the Philippines and educate people and learn about the problems, not just in the city here in Manila, but mainly the provinces. Because I do believe, we don't know enough about what's happening in the province. And I really hope, and I know that the organization here in the ALV Pageant Circle, they will do everything in their power to be able to help me out on that and make change. Thank you.
Any more questions?
Oh, yeah. And Kathleen again. So, yeah. So what has been, you've been joining a lot of pageants, and this one is by far, your greatest performance so far. What can you advise Miss World Philippines is happening around the corner, and for sure they are so inspired by your success right now. So what can you advise girls who are aspiring to do who really want to follow your footsteps?
It's a lot. I honestly could give like a whole 2-hour speech on this to each woman out there. It's kind of hard to summarize it in one 30-second statement. But of course, if you want to become Miss World Philippines candidate, join, please, and try. And there's always people that's willing to help you out, no matter where you are in the Philippines. And I really hope people do join it, because when you live for a purpose and for a cause, it's the perfect platform for you to do so. And you will reach a wide community, being able to change something in society. And I really hope that people realize this, that beauty pageants aren't just for performances, it's really to create change. And I urge people to join it as much as they can. Multiple times if you can, if you want.
As early as now, do you know how many countries you will be traveling during your reign?
I don't know for now. I haven't gotten that far into the conversation yet, but I really hope a few.
Alright, thank you very much again.
Thank you.
Hey, good afternoon, Kathleen. My name is Kim from the Daily Tribune. So you had a lot of advocacy. I'm actually particular with the, you want to promote sustainable drinking water, right? And then I think yesterday the World Water Day was celebrated. And then you are actually active in the New York-based nonprofit organization, right? So can you tell me more about it?
So 100 for All is a New York-based organization that wants to tackle the water pollution all around the world, and specifically here in the Philippines, especially after typhoons. So as we all know, after typhoons, there's not a lot of access to water, to food, to shelter even. And I think being able to give out free water filtration systems in the Philippines tackles that solution just a little bit, that problem I mean. And they're actually coming to the Philippines in World Earth Day, which is April 22. It's in less than a month away, and they aim to give out free water filtration system in Cebu. So that's the one thing actually that I aim doing. I want to achieve that and hopefully fundraise to be able to give out these water filtration systems because they are a little bit pricey. The thing is, it doesn't just, give water to one family, but a whole community, and it lasts for a really long time. So there's really a sustainable aspect to it that goes further on for years and years and years.
Okay. Thank you, and I do have a follow-up question. So you start alongside with Paulo Pontes and Alexander Grossi, right? So can you tell me what did you learn so far, being on a film in a short period of time?
Oh my goodness. Acting for me is very fun. You can be able to be yourself at the same time, be someone else. So it's an opportunity for you to explore a little bit about yourself and your creativeness. I love acting, in all honesty, but I find it very hard because of my Tagalog. But I do hope that once I learn more and learn Tagalog more, that I get into acting. And yeah, I love it.
Okay, and sorry, one more thing. I'm also interested that you played the violin during your teen years in Australia. So do you have any plans of maybe performing professionally, maybe on a theater or something like that?
You know so much about me that I forgot.
It's my job to know
Yeah.
before asking. Go ahead.
I used to play the violin in high school for 2 years. I enjoyed it very much, but at that point in time, because sometimes when you learn something in school, you lose that passion. So unfortunately, I haven't played violin in a really long time, and I don't intend on playing it anytime soon. But in terms of theater, singing, I actually trained with theater classical.
Okay.
And he thinks that I would be able to be Peter if I can.
Okay.
Maybe. We'll see in the future. I hope so.
Good. Thank you. Very well said, and good luck.
Thank you so much, Bob.
You're welcome.
I just want to ask, is there a plan for you to visit Australia and have some April activities there?
Sorry, what was it?
Is there a plan for you to visit Australia and have some April activities there?
I haven't thought about that actually. Maybe. I hope so. Australia, of course, is also my second home. And they are very into the environment. They love to conserve the environment, and I hope so. I really love the fact that they are focusing on coral reefs back in Australia, and I want to be able to go there and educate myself and bring that to the Philippines and conserve our coral reefs. We'll see. I haven't thought about it yet, so it's a very interesting question that you asked me. Thank you.
Okay, Tristan again. Since nobody wants to ask another question, maybe I'm just curious. Is this your valedictory speech for the end of your pageantry career, or we are going to see more of Kathleen in the future?
At the moment, I'm just focusing on my Miss Info journey. I really want to fulfill everything that I want to do here and create change as much as I can, and focus as much as I can on this. I don't have an answer for that yet. Of course, I'm still young, but we'll see. I actually actually was just having a conversation with people. And, I love to help other people, and so if I can get a career in the UN, for example, maybe my pageant career is, I don't know. Right now, focusing on Miss Eco. Thank you very much.
And because you mentioned the UN, as with Miss Eco International, are you going to have the UN passport?
Yes, I do believe so. So in Egypt, that's in May. That's actually, I think, the main reason why I'm going there. So, yeah, I'll be a UN goodwill ambassador.
So you will be seeing your crown and the passport when you go back.
It's something for us to all look forward to.
Yes. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Kathleen again. Now that you're a title holder, do you somehow feel some sort of pressure to live up to everyone's expectations that you really have to look perfect, pretty all the time? Considering that we live in the age of social media nowadays.
I'm a very authentic person. I also try to live up to who I am on social media, so that is showcasing both the negative and positive. And yeah, sometimes a little bit, but at the same time, I kind of want to change that path as to always be perfect to just being real and authentic. And I think that's all what we have to kind of just see as well, that we aren't perfect people. We are real human beings with feelings and heart and emotions, and sometimes every day we might go to the supermarket with our hair and makeup, and it's still who we are. So yeah, for me there's no pressure because I am a person that wants to change that aspect to us not always being perfect.
So if that's the case, how could you encourage pageant fans to be kinder on title holders like you who will go through their respective ways?
Actually, like, I have a lot of fans who are very supportive, and pageant enthusiast people who are very supportive, but on the other end, there are a lot of unkind words being said in the hopes of just criticism. So I think we need to just learn to be nice, to be kind. You have to look within yourself and ask if the things that you're saying is going to affect other people or not. Because if it's not nice or kind, what's the point of saying it in the first place? So ask yourself, are you treating other people the way you want to be treated? Like, are the words you're writing online the words you want to hear other people being said to you? And if it's not, then there's no point in you writing that.
Alright, thank you again, Kathleen.
Kaloka.
Kathleen, I have one last silly question, but actually, or if I technology, that's a question please ask me first before I ask my final question.
Final call. Hi, Kathleen. Congratulations to us. Welcome back. Yes, thank you so much. Kathleen, there's one part in the competition that you said that the Philippines is poor, and some netizens take it in a different way, and they said that you were romanticizing poverty. What's your take on that?
I'm actually doing the opposite. I'm creating awareness as to the situation in the Philippines, and I'm actually pointing that out in regards to natural disasters that, in the sense like kawawa, that's the word that I meant, not developing or economically poor. That's not what I meant. But I can understand the pain and the frustrations Filipinos feel, and I'm not going to validate that. So, in the sense that I was actually talking about natural disasters, we listened to the first part of my speech, which was what I was talking about. And we need to realize that, like for example, the typhoon in 2013, there are still people nowadays trying to rebuild their life, their livelihood, and their homes, and we haven't gotten. People are still experiencing, and every single year we experience 15 to 20 typhoons. They continuously have to rebuild that home again and again, and it's not fair. And it's not fair for every single person, having to experience typhoons, to go through such suffering and pain. And we need to raise this awareness, especially to the government, to be able to create some sort of preparedness plan. And I'm sure they are, but we need more. And that's what I'm doing.
Wow.
Kathleen, I suppose this might be the last question. Yeah. So let's end it on a light note. Okay, something very light. Kathleen, think of me as a 6-year-old girl. Think of me. 6? Think of me as a 6-year-old girl. And then I ask you a question. Tita Kathleen, what does Miss Eco International mean? How will you answer?
That's a tough question. Miss Eco International, of course, is an organization that promotes tourism and environmental awareness. And to be able to be a queen and representing the Miss Eco, you need to have good values. You need to be genuine and kind and authentic wherever you are. And to be able to walk around with this title, it is a responsibility and it's a job. And I continue to walk this path and be able to inspire other people and motivate other people to take a stance and change the world for the better.
And then she asks again, I want to be like you someday. How can I?
I can't take it seriously when you ask like that.
Answer it in a very light way. Like, think of me as a 6-year-old.
You have to sound like a 6-year-old. You have to act like a 6-year-old.
Duwende. Ito PR.
Fake news ka normal.
Okay, so that's actually an interesting question because if I have to answer it to a 6-year-old, I have to change my words into a way for them to understand. So I have to be a little bit more informal. But if we're going to talk about being a queen, I would say that you need to be someone who is authentic, again, and kind, and someone who is able to inspire and motivate people just by how you are. It doesn't matter if you're even saying a word or not. You have to be able to inspire people and want to become like you, just stand there, just being who you are. And I think that's what being a Miss Eco International Queen truly is. Being authentically you.
Thank you so much, Kathleen. Congratulations.
Kathleen, 6-year-old girl. You hope you grow up to be like that. And now, I'm sure, well, most of you will be so excited to do your own interviews, so to give you more time, let's formally close our Q&A. And before we close the event, we'd like to acknowledge once again our gracious hosts for this afternoon. How about a big hand for Okada Manila? Thank you so much. Lisa and all the other officials of the hotel, thank you so much for the very warm accommodation. We hope to see you next month. And now, before we turn over the floor to our media friends, if you don't mind, we'd like to give the floor first to our TV crews. Solo shots.
Solo shots.
Photo ops.